Tortorius here again, with an important announcement. So, apparently a local player here in Utah. Um, I don't want to say his name or anything to try to keep things anonymous here, but so he and I have chatted over Reddit before, and he told me about some of the parcels that he used to buy from me. I guess he was specifically trying to get to 150 and pretty much stop there, to save up for the next tier and everything. Well, earlier today, I I was approached by the one of the newer mods, Mod Manning. He goes by on Reddit at least, and it was about the parcels I've sold before, and I guess it was specifically related to this guy. I guess he's been banned. I'm not entirely sure what happened. All I know is they they have reason to believe that that this guy was abusing an alt account. You know, he had an alt account violation, is what they're suspecting him of. So, and I mean, I'm guessing they have like a bunch of player logging and stuff in the background. So, I mean, obviously, I figured they'd be using more than just shield.com, like to try to monitor player behavior. Because like the more data they have on us, like what we're doing, uh, they, the easier it is for them to verify whether or not someone's breaking the rules. So yeah, I guess um, they looked at the number of parcels he had, and I guess they just felt like he had a little too many epics and legendaries. And when they first told me about it, like initially I was like, "Hey, so it's like a violation if you buy too many epics and legendaries from someone. Is that what's going on here?" But apparently it was an alt account violation. They're saying he um, created a bunch of different accounts and sold himself all of the free epics and legendaries to get from them onto his main account, which is why we're not even allowed to have more than one account in the first place. So, so yeah, just know, guys, they have ways to find out if you have more than one account beyond cashing out from more than one PayPal or Venmo or whatever. It's like they will look at your parcel distribution, and but it's not just that. Like I guess if you had that many epics and legendaries, but they were all from me, for example, that would have been fine. What I'm trying to say is if because I'm guessing they can see who sold, like who they've bought parcels from and stuff. Like they can see who you've sold parcels to and who you've bought parcels from. And so I guess not all of the parcels that he's bought from someone were from me. And they probably noticed that a lot of the parcels that I guess he bought were from perhaps now deleted accounts. Which it's like if they see 20 plus, 5 plus deleted accounts sold him some parcels, they're going to be like, that probably means this guy got a bunch of epics and legendaries from extra accounts he made and sold them to himself and then deleted those, which is which again is why all accounts are no longer allowed. That and referrals and other things. So, I guess good on them, I guess, for looking for that. Um, Now, if this guy can prove that he didn't cheat, I wish him luck. If he didn't actually cheat, I wish him luck in being able to prove his case. But I mean, this wasn't even just Mod Manning. This was like, I guess this actually went up to I think he said, I'm guessing CFO. I don't know. The player mentioned a COO. I don't know. I'm guessing he might have meant CFO. But it went up the higher ranks in Atlas Reality, who ultimately made the decision, ban this guy because um, I guess he had a lot of evidence against him. Now, this guy told me he didn't abuse alt accounts, but again, I'm not siding with anybody. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm not saying Atlas Reality is right or wrong. I'm just saying, based on the information I was told, just know, guys, if anyone out there is abusing alt accounts at all, like, you might want to stop because it's not just cash outs that they look for. So, yeah. And I guess they asked me about it because some of the parcels he had were parcels I sold to him, which again I'm sure they have logging to see who's buying selling parcels. So that's how they knew that I sold him some parcels. And I mean he didn't buy them from me all the same day. He'd been buying them, 2 3 a month or something because he was F2P. Like he never spent any money on the game. So he kind of like buy parcels from me once in a while. But I guess at least for a time he was legit. And it must be fairly recent that he started, that he potentially started abusing the alt account thing. So, I don't know. This is just a warning because I really hope I can save a lot of you from getting banned. Like, I initially, just from the way things were worded, I was like worried that it was my fault he got banned because he got too many epics and legendaries from the ones I sold him. Because all of the parcels he bought from me were. I don't even know if he bought any epics. He might have bought one or two, but most of the ones I sold him were all legendary. And it was just the ones he was specifically looking for were epics and legendaries. And now, as I understand it, it wasn't the parcels I sold him because they were saying, I think from what they saw, he only bought maybe like 10, 12 epics and legendaries from me at the most. So I guess if he would have just bought those from me and gone in and bought a few unclaimed parcels to get to 150, then he should have had more commons and rares, which would have made his account be fairly balanced. And then they wouldn't have any reason to suspect anything. But again, I'm sure they have a lot of extra logging in the background that tells them, everyone's behavior. So, and they probably also have it so that if anything like that happens, it warns them so they know who to look for. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to relay, guys. So, just be careful out there and, basically, if you just play within the limits of the game, like what it provides, you should be just fine, I think. So yeah. And again, I don't know if this guy really cheated or not, and they just suspected they did. If he didn't, I hope he can prove his case. And I only say that because I was told before that they only know of one ban where they screwed up. Now, based on like a video that Pharaoh Silver made like a few months ago when people were getting those ban warnings for the minigame mulligan ads. I mean, it can be a little questionable whether or not someone cheats, but just but hey, at least they did remove the ban from players who didn't cheat. So I mean, I will give them credit for that. So I can see that they are trying to ensure that only players who legitimately broke the rules get punished. And so yeah. Uh, Good luck, guys, and I hope you keep enjoying this game and keep growing along with everyone else. Take care, guys. Bye bye.